It's August 14, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I'm in Acadia National Park at the Seawall picnic area, and I am going to walk into the Seawall Campground just to see what it looks like during the season. Now, although I've been walking in the campground for many years, I've never been in there during the season when it was open. So it'll be a bit of a change to see just how crowded it is and what it looks like during the season here on August 14. Now, normally on a day like today, I might be out on one of my boats, but let's look behind me. At my backdrop, this is the Atlantic Ocean today here at Seawall. We're looking across toward Great Cranberry Island, and as you can see, or can't see, there's a good deal of fog here today. So it's not a boating day, despite the fact that other conditions, wind, temperature, etc., are great. Anyway, let's walk over into the Seawall Campground. Well, I just entered the campground, and as you can see, there are cars up there waiting to check in. It's about 2:30, so we're getting sort of the check-in for the weekend here on Saturday afternoon. This year, you can't just drive up and hope to get a site. Everything is reservation only, and all summer this campground has been pretty much booked up. They're taking reservations starting 60 days out, and pretty much as soon as the site opens, it's booked. So the people that are coming here now made their reservations back in the middle of June. So you can't be spontaneous and come to these campgrounds in 2021. Okay, I just walked past the ranger station, which is the check-in point for the campground. And B, C, and D loops are to the right, and I'm going to walk A loop. And I'm going to try to be unobtrusive. In other words, I am not going to shoot directly into any occupied campsites. I want to give people their privacy. But what I want to do is show you what Seawall Campground looks like at the height of the 2021 season. And one thing we can see right away is that a significant number of the campsites are closed for the season. They're not being used. You can see right here, closed. So that site is not being used. Next one up there is not being used. This one here is not being used. So that's a characteristic of the 2021 season. I knew about that from looking at site availability on recreation.gov, but this is my first experience of what it actually looks like. And this site here also appears to be closed. Can't really tell, but there is a sign on the picnic table. It says the site is closed, as is this one. This is site number 5. Nice sites, but no one here. Same for site number 6. And at some point here, we're probably going to get to some sites that are open, and we'll see what it looks like. But one thing, because of all the closed sites, here's sites number 7 and 8, both closed this year. But because of all the closed sites, this loop is very quiet and peaceful. This does not feel any different than walking it in April, before the park opened for the season. Matter of fact, so far, every site in A Loop has been closed. And I'm up to site 9. And there's site 10. Oh, looks like site 11 is occupied. There are some tent campers back there. So, you could come here and camp and have a very quiet stay, because much of the campground here is not open for camping this year. And I've also passed some sites that do not appear to be occupied. Now that may simply mean that the people packed up to go to the park for the day and didn't want to leave their stuff out. But it's pretty nice back here. Another closed site back there, number 16. A site there that's occupied, but no one there. And it's, as I said, dead silent back here. Of course, in the middle of the afternoon, almost everybody who's staying here will be taking in the attractions of Acadia National Park and likely not sitting around in their campsite. Yep. There are a few occupied sites, but they're well spaced out, and you can camp in here if you can get a reservation and be pretty far from anybody else. Now, I imagine if I came back in here at 7 p.m. that it would feel quite a bit different when most people would be back cooking dinner, etc., before settling in for the evening. Okay, I'm gonna continue walking and I'll start filming again when I see something interesting. Well, I've just about walked all the way around A Loop here at site 34, which is closed, and site 35, which is closed. It's very, very quiet in here. And they've even blocked off the path to one of the restrooms. So I suspect that they didn't open that restroom. But so far down at the entrance to the loop, pretty much all the sites here are not being used this year. And as I said, that makes for a very pleasant camping experience in here, because I would guess that there are no more than half the sites are in use, which means that this normally relatively low density campground is quite empty of people, even though I'm pretty sure that this evening the campground will be at full capacity. So that is a look at A Loop here in the Seawall Campground, in the Seawall section of Acadia National Park at about 2:30 in the afternoon on August 14, 2021. I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised at just how quiet and peaceful it is in here. Basically, there's almost nobody here. I can hear a few people talking over by the ranger station, but I'm only about 200 feet from it right now. So, other than that, it's really peaceful and quiet in here. And you'd never know that you're in a campground that is booked to capacity for the 2021 season. So if you had the opportunity to camp here this year, I think you probably had a really nice experience. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of the Seawall Campground in the middle of August 2021. Thanks for watching.